I met a gypsy.
For example, everybody lived in Temecula and you lived in Laguna Beach. And
Yeah.
you had like different kind of cars and you were into different kind of stuff, and you always come across as a dude that had way more going on than just moto. And I always really enjoyed like watching that, as like you could be a fan of you as a racer, but you could kind of also be a fan of like, yeah, your style and the other stuff that you're into, which is not many dudes have that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's something that I definitely take pride in. So thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. But yeah, I never really bought into like the moto identity, I guess you could say, where like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
something I do and something I love, and I love hanging out with everyone that does moto. But I like that wasn't my entire life. It never was, and it never will be. Like I have so many hobbies and so many interests that are outside of moto that I really love. And like, yeah, cars is one of them, BMX, skate, like all that, categories that aren't necessarily in moto. And maybe I think a lot of that comes from my background, because I'm not like, I didn't grow up in Temecula and I didn't grow up, completely surrounded by everything moto. I grew up in Thousand Oaks, and the closest track was like an hour and a half away. And I mean, that's probably why I wasn't such a good amateur racer, but at the same time, it introduced me to a lot of different things. I grew up, 20 minutes from the beach, so I'd go to the beach a lot and hang out with friends down there. And yeah, the moto side of the thing was something I was always really good at, but I always loved. I had so many different interests, and like I always kind of looked at life like everyone says, like you only live once. Well, you're only capable of doing things and learning things in an even shorter amount of time. You really have like from when you're 15 to when you're 35, when you really can like be really
Mm,
good at so many things. So I was always like, all
yeah.
right, like as soon as I got my driver's license, like I want a car because I want to go drift and like so many things like that where I was like, oh, I have an injury right now. I might as well pick up a new hobby and learn something new and different. So I always loved, learning new things and just not getting my mind away from racing and riding.